Okay, hello everybody. Allie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Beautiful. Thanks everyone for joining. Looks like we got a great group here. We do have people still filing in, so that's great. So um, let's kick this off. Welcome to MobileMonkey 101. This is a webinar of the basics of MobileMonkey. So let's get into it. Our presenters today, Jason O'Hare, that's me. I'm the CEO and co-founder of MobileMonkey, one of the co-founders, and I have with me my colleague, Allie Adams in customer success. You want to say hi again, Allie?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Allie. Oh, there we go. Should resume. Now we can see. How's that look, Allie? Good?
Looks great.
Great. Okay, so there we are. And moving along, just a quick agenda. We're going to go over MobileMonkey basics and frequently asked questions today. We're going to go over a dashboard, bot building basics, and we're definitely going to get into some advanced stuff as well. But we will do another webinar that can focus more on advanced techniques. So we're going to start with the basics, definitely touch upon a lot of intermediate as well as some advanced stuff. We're going to do understanding contacts and how to build audiences, and we're going to touch upon the 24+1 promotions rule. This is the rule from Facebook that dictates how you can send out promotional content through your messenger bot. It's real important. We're going to go over what that rule is, and more importantly, actually how to do this, how to do actually really effective promotions in MobileMonkey and stay compliant. And we're going to do that with and we're going to do a sample blast, which you're going to send out to everybody. So hopefully this is interactive. Need you all to have an extra browser open so you can take part in this, and it should be a lot of fun. So before we jump in, let's just look at a couple places where you can go to get help and get support. So when we're off of this webinar and you want to go back and relearn this stuff, we have a couple great options for you. One is our help portal. So if you haven't been there yet, it's mobilemonkey.com/help. And our other is our Facebook group. So let me just show you where the help portal is. If you go to mobilemonkey.com and you click on products and then you go to support, it opens up the portal. And Allie, you want to tell us a little bit about our support portal?
Yes, of course. So there's a lot of great resources in there. The help docs are completely searchable, so anything you might want to find, like right now Jason's looking at the website widget, which is a really frequently asked question. You can find a whole lot of stuff in there, and you might recognize my voice and my name because I'm the one who made a lot of these videos in here. So he's now searching GDPR. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, and it is completely searchable. So if you have any questions, this is a really great resource. It has everything from sample template bots to just getting started and how to build your bot.
Great. And the other resource that we have is our Facebook group.
Right. So our Facebook group is really fun. It's actually, you might recognize my name from this as well. So the Facebook group is a really great place to share ideas, to talk strategy, ask questions, give feedback. So when you're in the Facebook group, you can just feel free to post anything MobileMonkey related and interact with any of the posts within there. And you'll have people getting back to you, and it's just a really great resource.
Great. And if you haven't been here yet, why don't you go and join that right now? So if you go to Facebook and type in MobileMonkey Community, or you can see it's MobileMonkey, I'm sorry, facebook.com/groups/MobileMonkey. You can go into, and why don't you join that right now, and we'll accept some new people in it as we're waiting here. And Allie, how do I do this? I go to member requests. Great. So actually I have 5 requests right here. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to join, and I'm actually going to approve you as you come in. So again, go to the group because this is where the community is. We actually just started building this community just a few weeks ago. We already have over 1,000 people in it. It's growing every day, and hopefully today it grows by another 100 or so. So go ahead and join that, and I will accept you. Go to MobileMonkey Community. Great, we got a few more people in here. Awesome, thanks so much. We will approve, and there you go, and definitely come in there. Okay, so why don't we move on and let's actually talk about how to log in, some of the basics of our dashboard, and actually we're gonna talk with the bot, we're gonna see how it works, and then we're gonna show you how to build a bot for a custom jewelry shop, and then get into some, and then continue on from there. So Allie, why don't I give you screen control and you can take over for our next part here.
Sure, sounds great. Okay, so the way you're going to log in is you're going to go right to MobileMonkey.com. In the top right corner, log in. And since I have an account already, it's going to bring me directly into my dashboard. But if I didn't, it would bring me up to a sign-in page or sign-up page, and it would have me sign up with Facebook. And the reason that we do that is because we need to connect your Facebook pages in order for this to work. So the first page that it brings you to is called just Facebook pages. So it lists all the Facebook pages that I am an admin of that I have connected to MobileMonkey. As you can see, there's a few in here. I have some active bots on some and some that don't have any bots connected. It says connect to Chatbot, meaning there's no bots connected. I can connect additional pages right here with the Connect Pages button. And when I click that, I see which one of my pages are connected, which ones I have the option to connect right here. Next, I'm going to go to my Chatbots tab. That just lists all of my chatbots. So all of my chatbots are either connected to Facebook pages down here, or they're not. And that you can tell if they're actually active on your page by seeing if they're live or inactive. Each Facebook page has one bot. You can have no more than one bot on each page because you don't want them conflicting with each other. And you can easily edit and delete bots right here. You can also add a bot right here with this Add Bot button. I can go right here and name my chat bot, and I can connect it to any of my pages. And you have a couple different options of how to create your bot. You can either create a brand new chatbot from scratch, and that means it's going to have zero content in it, and you're just really starting from brand new. You can start from a template. We have a couple different sample bots that you can see on our help docs, or you can learn about them right here from within the templates. So if you go into our templates and just search, or if you go into our help docs and search templates, all of these will pop up and you can test them out on the different Facebook pages. Or the third option is you can copy one of your existing chatbots as a clone. So for example, if you had one bot connected to one page and you want to connect a very, very similar one to another page and you don't want to redo all that work, you can just clone your bot and make the necessary changes from within that bot. And the last tab over here is users. So these are all the users that have access to my dashboard. You can see they can see all my bots, and I can set them as either a collaborator or an admin. I can edit that right here. I can also remove them very easily, and I can add a user. So to add a user, I click invite a user. I'm going to copy this code right here, and it's going to give me a link, and I'll send it to my user. They'll click on that link, and they'll follow the instructions, and it's as simple as that, and they'll be added as a user. So now I'm going to go in to show you an actual bot on Facebook that I've made. It's just a sample bot, but it's pretty simple and it can show you a lot of what these bots can do. Scroll in a little bit. Right. So to get to the beginning of my bot, my welcome page, I'm going to click on my main menu and click home. And your main menu is just a little menu that you create from within the bot that has very basic stuff on it and things that you might want the user to be able to access easily, like home and contact. So I'm going to click home, and that's going to bring me directly to my main menu. You can see I have a little picture here. It says, hi, thanks for messaging. Do you prefer gold or silver? This is a jewelry shop, so I'll just say silver. You can see a GIF pops up here. It says what type of jewelry you're looking for. I'm going to say bracelets. And a gallery pops up here with all of my basic silver bracelets. Let's scroll through there. And so I'm going to show you how to build that. But first, I'm going to show you what that looks like on the back end. So if you go within your bot, this is your welcome page, the first page that pops up. You can see all of these different widgets here that I added to create my content. So that's an image widget, that's a text widget, and that's a quick question, which I'm going to show you how to create. But first, I'm going to show you how to create a bot completely from scratch. So I'm going to go into my MobileMonkey Dashboard. I'm going to go to Chatbots, click Add a Bot. I'm going to name it Allie's Bot. I'm going to make sure it's connected to the correct page. And I'm going to create this one from scratch just to show you exactly how to build a chatbot from brand new. So you can see this is going to populate with a little bit of default messaging. And that you can delete. I'm going to get rid of it because I want to add a little bit more personality to my bot. I don't want it to be so generic. So this is my welcome page. Again, this is the first page that the user will see. So when they click Get Started, this is what will pop up. And you're going to need to link all your pages together through widgets. We'll get to that later. This is the default page. The default page is what's going to pop up when your user says something that your bot doesn't understand. So if it's not programmed to understand something, it's going to pop up with this default message right here. And finally, your main menu. Your main menu is what I showed you, that little hamburger in the bottom left of the chatbot. And you can add a button like this. I can say home and have it bring me to my welcome page or any other pages I have set up. I can link it to either a page or a URL. I'll add that button, and I can add up to 3. And you can create more pages, custom pages down here with the Create Page button. And you can sort them into folders, which are called groups, which you can create right here. I'm going to go into your settings just to show you a little bit about settings. Settings are where you control the basics of the bot, like the bot name, the chatbot status. You can see if it's active on the page or inactive. And again, that's if it's responding on the page or if it's not responding. Bot response settings, quick messages, and language. So now I'm going to go back into pages and show you a little bit about widgets, which are how you add content to your bot. So widgets can be very simple or they can be pretty complex. For example, the text widget is very, very simple, while the gallery widget is a little bit more complex. The one I want to show you right now is the quick question. This one's very, very valuable. You can use it in a lot of different ways. It's very important and it can do a lot of things. So I'm going to click on it. And you can see when I click on it, it comes up as pink with a little red line around it and an exclamation point right here. What that means is my quick question is not ready to fire off. Any widget that is not ready to fire off is going to pop up with this red box and red exclamation point. And once I fill in all of these fields and I click to the right, it'll turn white, and that means that it will be ready to fire off within the conversation. If I hover over this exclamation point right here, I can see what's wrong with it. Obviously, there's a lot of things wrong with it. Everything's empty. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it in right now. So my question was, since it's a jewelry shop, do you prefer gold or silver? And I'm going to save that to an attribute. And what an attribute is it's a field within the contacts that it's going to sort your user into. So if I said metal, because gold or silver, and I added 2 answers, gold or silver, however the user answers, under a column in their contact, it's going to populate with either gold or silver. So I can really easily sort my users in my contacts by which type of metal that they like. And you can see here it's prompting me to connect pages, but I don't have any additional pages to connect, so I'm going to have to make one right here so my conversation can continue, because if you don't connect a new page, your conversation will stop right there. So just for an example, I'm going to say silver pieces. I'm going to create that page. I'm going to go back to my welcome page, and I'm going to link the silver button to silver pieces. So when my user clicks silver, it's going to bring me to the page silver pieces. And when I did that in my bot, a GIF popped up of Beyonce, like you saw. And so I use the GIF widget for that. And I'm going to type in something really simple. It's completely searchable. You can see a lot of them pop up. I chose the Beyonce one because that's my favorite. I thought that one was pretty cool. You can see it pops up right there. And now I'm going to create another quick question just to get me to a new page. And I'm going to say, what type of jewelry are you looking for? And I'll just save that to the attribute type. To keep it simple, I'll just say earrings or bracelets. Again, I have no page to connect this to, so I'm going to create a new one. I'll just say silver bracelets, because they've already said they like silver, so I don't want to bring them to any gold bracelets. So I'll go back and I'll connect that page. You're going to want to do that for all of these, but I'm just going to do it for one, just as an example. There we go. So now in my silver bracelets page, I had a gallery widget. And that's how I got all those images to appear within my bot. So I'm going to click gallery, and I'm going to upload a picture in here. Sometimes it takes a little bit to populate. Let's say silver cuff. And I'll say, put another one here. Silver. And you don't just have to put pictures in here. You can put a description and a URL, which is a link to the page, so the user has the option to purchase it there. So let's go back again and show you exactly how that looks in the bot one more time. So I'm going to refresh my page so it doesn't get confused. I'm going to press my main menu again like I showed you, click home. There's my image widget. Hi, thanks for messaging. And this is the quick question I showed you how to put in. Do you prefer gold or silver? I click silver. Brings me to my silver page. There's that GIF I put in. Click bracelets. And this is the gallery I showed you how to put in. So it has just a couple bracelets in there. And now I'm going to continue the conversation to teach you how to do a little bit more. So it says you don't see anything you like, request a custom piece. And now this is going to start my form. And a form is just a gathering of a few questions and answers that the user inputs, so you can have it in one simple place and fire it off to yourself. So I'm going to click, my budget is 10 to 50. I like rubies. And this is a free form question. Tell me a little bit about what you're looking for in design. I want something for my mom. Obviously, I would say something a little more elaborate, but just for the sake of time. Which is the best way to reach you? I'll say email. And I scroll down, and what's really cool is this is my email that it pulled out of Facebook. I never typed this in before, but since it has access to my Facebook information, it'll populate with my email right here. I just have to click this, and it fills in, and it says, great, thanks. So now I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to go and create a new page, and I'm going to call that bracelet form. And from within this page, I'm going to create a form widget. I'll just call it silver bracelet. And my first question was, what is your budget? I want to set this as multiple, so it's multiple choice. So they have a finite amount of answers. All right, so now I can say like 10 to 50, or something like 51 to 100. Enter that in there. I could put a response in like thank you, but I'm not going to do that, just to keep it more concise. Then I'm going to do another multiple choice question. What kind of stones, like I had in my form in my bot. I'll save that to type of stone, and I'll put in rubies, diamonds, or sapphires. And my final question is, tell me a little about what you're looking for. And to keep this free form, I'm just going to set it as text. All right, so now I click to the right, it turned white, my form is all set, there's nothing missing, and it will fire off. And I'm going to add another quick question. Again, quick questions are really important, so I'm just going to teach you a little more. I'm going to say, do you prefer, what is the best way to contact you? And we'll say phone or email. And something cool you can do here is you can also add in some pictures, which is pretty cool. Just add a little bit of personality and color to your bot. And again, you can see there's no pages connected, so I need to make another page, which I can just call email. Go back into my bracelet form, and I will connect the email button to my email page. And finally, I'm going to go in here and show you how to create this last quick question. And I'm going to show you how to pull in the email from Facebook. So I'll just say, is this your email? And we're going to put the input type as email. And it's as simple as that. Now it's going to pull in the email. And it's going to populate it with the user's actual email from their Facebook. So when you do that, they don't have to type anything in. They don't have to worry about making any typos. It's just going to pull it right in for them. They click it and they're good to go. So I'm going to show you one more time in the bot how that all works. Refresh it. Give Facebook a second. All right, again, I'm going to click home for my main menu. There's my image widget. My quick question, I prefer silver. I prefer bracelets, there's my GIF. Can go through the gallery. I'm going to click request custom piece. It's going to bring me to my form. I'm going to click rubies. I can put in anything there, but that's just what I'm doing as an example. And I'm going to click email. And it populates with my email. And that is how to build a little bit of that bot sequence.
Thanks, Allie. That was awesome. We actually went over quite a bit there. Are you on mute?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Allie's sitting right across from me. Sometimes we get a little echo. So we went over quite a bit of the.
Mute it.
There you go. Now you're on mute. Oh, that sounds better. Thank you. We went quite a few tools there in the widgets. We went over text. We spent a lot of time on quick questions. We went over a few use cases in it. Like Allie said, that's an important one. There's a lot you can do with it. But the important thing is, and I hope this wasn't lost on everybody, is that what we did is we created a lead during all this. So there's a purpose of this. Asking these quick questions and using the form, we're gathering user info in the form of attributes. So this is really, really cool. Now, what do you do with that lead information? So I'm going to show you where they are in context. But first, I'm an old sales guy, so I like to know when I get a hot lead. So I have someone here who wants a piece of custom silver jewelry with rubies in it. I want to know, and I want to reach out to this person right away. So we've got a couple ways to let you know about this, and we can send it. If you're the business owner, we can send you an alert right away, or if you're making this for a client, it can shoot your client right away. So if they're in the field and not behind their computer watching this stuff, they can know that they've got a hot lead and a customer to contact. Now you can do that through a connection to shoot out to a CRM or something like that, but there's something built right into MobileMonkey that's called an email widget. So let me show you how to do that. Allie, can you navigate right to that last page that you had in this sequence? And by the way, I did have a couple people asking if this is going to be recorded. I know we're going really quickly, and it is recorded, and we will send it out so you can watch it, and you can do it in slow motion if you want to see how we did all these things. But here's that last question on there. It says, what is your email? Remember, she okayed it, and it said, great, thanks. So what we want to do is put an email widget at the end of this sequence. Essentially, after we've gathered all of the information for this lead, we're going to put this email widget, and then we're going to send this information off. So in this case, it says to email. Why don't we put Jason at MobileMonkey, or Jason at Hannah's Custom Jewelry, or whoever your business owner is, your email or your client's email, and then you put a subject line, hot lead, whatever you want to say there. And then in the body of it, we can say, hey, got a hot lead from your bot. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add in that contact, that person's information and all that attribute that we put in. So why don't we start with their name? So all you do to put these attributes in is you use a little squiggly brackets, and it shows that list, and you can probably see that on the screen, the list of the of all the attributes that we can add in here. So we put in first and last name. What else can we put? The type of jewel that they like, type of stone. There we can put in their email address, since we gathered that, and they asked to be contacted by email, so we should probably contact them back by email. Okay, and you can see that list of attributes. We can put whatever, we can put their budget in and so forth. So this immediately, when they're done with that lead form, would shoot this message off to you or your client with this great message, and then you can contact them right away. So I love the email widget. We actually use it here at MobileMonkey all the time for support, as well as sales inquiries on our bot. Okay, great. Now we've gathered a lead, we've sent out the alert, but now actually let's look and see what the contact looks like. So over on the left are contacts. So again, the purpose of doing these is to gather leads for the business. So there's Allie's name. She was the one chatting with it. You can see some other people on there as well. Why don't we chat there, or if we click on it, we can see we have chat sessions, we can see form submissions. And if you click on attributes there, Allie, we can see all the information that we have. These are all the different fields, and you can see her contact. You can see her email in there. You can see she likes rubies. Those are her stones. You can see the size of her wrist. You see the metal that she liked. All the different information that she had filled out on the bot in those quick questions, those forms, gets stored in these attributes. So you've got a pretty rich lead here that only took a couple minutes to fill out. And then of course, you can export that into your CRM or whatever by using a connection. We get into that later on. So very good. So that's the basics of building a bot. We went over quite a bit. Let me transition over now, and I want to talk a little bit about the 24+1 rule and how to do chat blasting and stay compliant with that, and how to reach back out to these leads to increase your sales. So let's see, I'm going to jump on the screen here. Very cool. Can we see my screen? Great. Okay. Facebook rules for promotional blasting, the 24+1 rule. So many of you have probably heard of this rule before. A lot of people ask us what it is, and how do I do really good promotional blasts and sell stuff with Messenger to stay compliant. So let me go over it. So 24+1 rule means promotional messages in Messenger can be sent within 24 hours of a customer interaction with your bot, with your page, basically your chat bot. So any time within that 24 hours, you can send them blatantly commercial promotional stuff and ask them to buy things. Perfectly fine. But in fact, you can send them as many messages as you want. Now, I don't recommend that you blast them every 5 minutes, but you can send them a couple. And then you get one freebie after that, one extra message after 24 hours, okay? After that, Facebook says you can't send blatantly promotional advertisements out to folks until they interact with your bot again. So in between those, you want to send more informational, nurturing type things. But great, we've got someone that interacts with your bot and they want to buy something, they have that buying intent. Let's send them a couple messages to get them to go back to your store or place that quote or what have you, right? After all, we are marketers. So I'm going to show you how to do this. This is fun and really easy to do. So I need you all to follow me because I need a little audience participation in this. I have a Facebook page called Vermont Custom. Many of you may have seen this. We use this as an example in our help docs all the time. So if you go to Facebook, so open up a browser and go to Facebook and search for Vermont Custom. There are a couple of Vermont Customs out there, but look for the one that's got this little blockhead guy. It looks like this. It's a custom furniture shop. The other way you can find it too, by the way, is if you go to our help docs. So if you go to, again, if you're on MobileMonkey, you go to products, go to support, and it's right here, sample bots, try them out, or you can search for it. Go to sample bots. There's Vermont Custom right there. Visit the page. Cool. I'll wait for some folks to get here. Just make sure you can find this because I need you to go and interact with the page a little bit, okay? So I'll give you a minute to find it. Again, Vermont Custom, search for one of the little blockhead, or if you go to our support page and you search for the sample templates over here, it's this one right here. Allie, you with me? Cool. All right, so when you get here, I just want you to interact with it a little bit, okay? So hit the button, it's gonna say welcome. You're gonna have to, you know, opt in a little bit. Don't worry about this, it's just a sample. If you wanna opt out later, it's fine. I'm not gonna blast you with this. I'm just gonna send you a couple examples through here. I've already been chatting with this bot. So again, I'm gonna go to the main menu and hit home. So it takes me back to the beginning. When you get there, what I want you to do is click want to deal. This is just a little example that I set up, okay? So you're gonna click on want to deal. If you click on want to deal, it's going to say, hi, it's going to give your name. Welcome to our promotions demo. Are you interested in special offers? Well, of course, who wouldn't be? So click yes. It's going to give you a message. Okay, you're going to receive a couple sample promotional messages in the next few minutes. Okay, and the 24+1 rule works like this. You can send promotional message within 24 hours of someone interacting with your bot or saying, I want a promotion, interacting to an ad. So if you do send a messenger ads and things like that. And then you can do one more after 24 hours. These are very easy to automate. Let me show you that one more time. If you want to try this again, you simply go to home. Again, it's want to deal. Hit yes. And by the way, you can probably guess this is a quick question. It's storing yes as an attribute. There you go, and you've opted in. Okay, so if I go over, by the way, on my Facebook page and I go to the inbox, I can see some people who are opting in. Great. So I see Michael in here and Rebecca and Alicia. Great. So all your folks are opting into this. So good. Just make sure you click on that yes button. If you start moving on to other pieces, you know, you won't be opted into this, but you can always go back home. So I see Michael's browsing, which is fine. Mike, if you go back to home, you can do the little experiment with us. Okay, cool. So you're going to get some messages. Here we have Matthew, he's got the message. So Matt, you can stop, you're gonna get some messages in a minute. So let me go over to the Vermont custom bot and let me show you how we set this up. So again, this is the bot builder, this is Vermont custom. This was that image, little logo, and then I said, hey, welcome to our custom furniture, handmade furniture. Do you want to deal? When you click on want to deal, then I had that quick question that asked you to opt in. So let's go over to contacts. Now I had a bunch of people that were interacting with the bot. This is all you guys. So you guys are kind of chatting with it. You're becoming contacts in here. This is great. If I click on Mark, and again, don't worry about it, you guys. You can opt out after if you want to. I do have some information on them. Mark hasn't clicked on the offer yet. Okay, if I go over here to Thomas, deal attribute, he clicked yes. So remember that was part of the bot. So he has actually opted in and I've got a little bit of more info on them as well. So as you go through and opt in, you're adding in an attribute and yes, and that's important. Why is that important? Because then I want to go over to audiences. Okay, so on MobileMonkey, and by the way, stop chatting with the bot, go over and look over here if you've done that. Go over to MobileMonkey, I'm in contacts now and I'm going to go to audiences. And I'm going to create a custom audience. Now I already did one over here, but I'm going to show you how I did it. I create a custom audience and I'm going to add in a filter. And I'm going to call this, oops. Just going to give it a name. Okay, so always name your audience as something so you can remember it. Webinar 2, I'm going to add a filter and I'm going to filter by a certain attribute. So all I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to filter by deal. Okay, that's an attribute that I had equals yes. Okay, so when you guys clicked on yes, you became part of this audience now. And I can see there's me on there, there's some of my colleagues, and here's all of you that have gone through this little experiment. You're now part of this group that's in here in this audience, okay? So again, we started contacts, we went to audience. Now I'm gonna set up a drip campaign. And remember that the 24+1 rule says within 24 hours, I can send you any messages I want. So what I'd like to do is automate a couple coupons and offers and things like that that I can send out to you guys right away. So I go to drip campaigns. Okay, drip campaigns is a series of messages that I can send out in sequence that are all automated. I've got one already set up here, but I'm going to go to new drip just to show you how to build it. drip example for webinar. If I know how to type, I'm going to pick my audience. So these are all my different audiences. That's webinar 2. Okay, that's my audience there, 25 contacts in there. What's the purpose of the chat blast? Well, this is a promotional update, absolutely. All right, and I'm going to add in a message. So down here, just basically add in my sequences. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to say 1 minute later, and I'm going to send to a page. Okay, and before we got in here, just like Julia Childs did, I set this all up. I made a special offer message, right? Probably dating myself saying Julia Child, but you know who she is. We go here, and I'm going to add in my second message. Okay, so I can do these in sequence. I can do, 1 hour later, or maybe I want to do this 2 hours later, or maybe even 3 hours later. You decide. And I'm going to go to my second message on your special offer number 2. I'm going to hit OK, and then I'm going to add my second message. So remember, I get one that I can do after 24 hours. So cool. Let me do this one, and let me do this one, 2 days later. All right, and I can do any, page that I want. So I'll do my, whatever I had there. Okay, very simple sequence. This will send to this audience after 1 minute, 2 hours, and then 2 days later. All automated. All heavily promotion messages, you guys will see them, and all basically safe and fair to do in Facebook, in a great way to increase the engagement. Okay, so again, really simple. We started with contacts. Okay, you guys all opted in here. I went to audience. I made a custom audience. I clicked over here. I can see it just filtered by attribute. I can filter by any attribute. I can do a number of them if I really want to narrow that down. And then I went to drip campaigns. Okay, and I made this drip campaign right here. This is actually the one that you're in. You're going to get a special offer in a minute. You're going to get another one in 3. This is the actual one that you're in. You're going to get one in 1 minute and one in 3 minutes. And let's actually see if a couple of them went out. So if I go over here, and I can see Lisa already got her first one. Okay, she actually got 2 of them. Okay, so she clicked through. After the first minute, she got this one, get a quote, 10% off, and then a few minutes later, she got this big blatant one. Now, these are just kind of goofy like samples that I put together, but obviously you make a really nice one. But really cool. We can automate all these blasts to go out and promote our products and services. Now, okay, great. That's all well and good, but does this stuff work? Well, let me show you guys something, and this is going to blow your mind a little bit. We do email marketing as well, and I like email. It's fine. We use MailChimp. We like it because it has monkeys in it. We're going to log into our account. And you guys are probably on our email list. We send an email out every week and stuff like that. We invite you to webinars and all that good stuff. But let me go into some of our campaigns, and let me just show you our open rates. And you probably have similar, all right? So here we got 6.8%, 19%, 13%, 21%, okay? So anywhere between like 15 and 20% of the open rates and the stuff. Now, if we look at the click rate, look at the click rate over here, okay? 1.4%, 0.8%, 1.5%. That's the engagement. That's the number of people that I send these, out of thousands of people I send these to, that actually click on anything and engage. So like, email is pretty tough. You can have a pretty good list. It's definitely useful. I like it, but the engagement is really, really low on email these days. Now, let me show you what the difference is when you do chat blasting with MobileMonkey. I'm going to go into, let me go into our bot. This is the MobileMonkey bot. We have thousands of people in here, and some of you are on these lists. Some of you got the reminder for the webinar today. And I'm going to go into the Chat Blaster reports. And these are just different blasts that we did. This one right here is actually the reminder. This top one is the reminder we did for the webinar just a few minutes ago that some of you guys got. We sent to 100 people, 46% open rate. Okay, and like it's been less than an hour. All right. These are some of, if you scroll down, these are some of the others. 67%, 63% open rate, 70% open rate. And I want you to look at the responded rates. Okay, 11.1%, 17%. These are the red rate is the people that opened it and looked at it. The respond rate is the people that actually interact with the bot, had a little conversation with it. This blows away email. Okay, so definitely 3 times, in some cases even 4 times the open rate, which is incredible. And then if you look at the responded rate, even 4.5% compared to 1.2%, is like 3 to 4, maybe even 5 times the engagement rate that you got on email. So the results in this stuff are dramatic, and it makes sense. You're on chat, you're on Messenger, you just get a lot more attention on these things. Okay, so wanted to highlight how to do those couple techniques. Again, we went through quite a few tools on how to build these different widgets. We went over how to build that custom jewelry shop. We went over how to understand where your contacts are and how to look at the different data that you have here in the attributes. We went over how to build a custom audience based on those attributes. We went over how to send a drip campaign that's all automated. And then we looked at some of the results compared to what you can get with other popular methods, being email. So Allie, why don't you bring us home with a couple last tidbits, and then I have a few people with questions here. We'll go over some questions.
All right, sounds good. I'll bring my screen back up. All right, so we went over a lot today. We went over pages, settings, widgets, chat blasting, your welcome page default. So we're just going to go over a couple last minute things, like Q&A is a really good one. We'll jump in here. I'm going to go ahead into that on this one actually, because it's actually active. So Q&A is like equivalent to triggers. So if I put something in like price and I want the bot to reply with like the certain page prices, I'll put that in there. I'll make a new one just to show you. So if I wanted to put something like hello and have my bot reply with either a text or a page, I'm going to put just text in here to keep it simple. I'll say, hey, how are you? So now every time my bot or someone says something similar to hello or hi to my bot will reply with, hey, how are you? And I can show you that right here. Get this out. Okay, there we go. I'm going to click home again. Oh. I just have to get through this. All right, there we go. Now I'll just say something like, hello. So my Q&A. So let's try that again. Oh, that's why this never populated.
You didn't hit the enter button.
I didn't. That was my fault. Let's try that again.
User error.
It was user error. All right. There we go. Hey, how are you? So that shows just how the Q&A works a little bit. You don't have to direct it just to a message. You can direct it to a page. And here you see your unanswered questions. So the questions that people have asked that your bot didn't know the answer to, and they're ranked by frequency. So you can choose to ignore them or create a Q&A from them. And something else we can look a little bit into is the website widget. I know a lot of you have a lot of questions about that. So there is a good instructional video within the help docs. So if you want to go within the help docs and check that out, you can do that. But just really quickly, you get that code to put in your website through HTML elements over here. You click add an HTML element, customer chat widget. Here's your code that will pop up. So you're going to take that code, you're going to insert it either into Google Tag Manager or the code on your site. And if you're not sure how to do it, maybe ask your developer, but definitely be sure to check out the help docs on that. There's really, really great info in there on how to do that. So Jason, do you have any other topics you'd like to add?
I don't, but I have a bunch of questions I want to go over. But maybe, Allie, just bring us home one more time on where folks can learn more how to do this stuff on the help
Yeah,
docs.
of course, yeah. So mobilemonkey.com/help or just the MobileMonkey site. So if I go in here and I do mobilemonkey.com, and do products, support, that'll bring you to the same spot. It's also a link within the bot itself. So within the bot builder in your dashboard, you can click help. It'll all bring you to the same spot. So it brings you your help docs. You can search them here, or you can send an email directly to MobileMonkey at support@mobilemonkey.com, and we'll email you back there. But again, one of our favorite resources is our community page. So you get to that on, sorry about that, Facebook.com/group/MobileMonkey, or just type in MobileMonkey Community into your search bar, type it in there, it'll pop up. Again, I really, really recommend joining this group. It's a great resource. You can get so many cool ideas. I've gotten some pretty cool ideas on here, I know. And there's lots of great questions. You can get your questions answered. And there's a lot of really, really smart people on here, and our whole community is super awesome and always on there answering questions all the time. And so we really, really love having this page. So again, definitely join this.
Great, thanks, Allie. Let's go over some of your questions. Actually had quite a few here. So one, someone asked, this is actually a common one that we get is, hey, can I add the website widget to my GoDaddy site? So the answer is that the website widget is and you saw that Allie showed you a little piece of JavaScript code. Any website that you have that you can add in JavaScript to, you can add it to. If you don't know how to do it, if you're not familiar with the back end of your site, just have your developer do it, or call the system that you use. But if you use Google Tag Manager or WordPress or any of these, it's super easy, and there's tutorials on that to just walk you through it. It's really a piece of cake. But again, if you're not familiar with how to do it, never done it before, just have your developer or do what I do and ask a 12-year-old that you know to your neighbor's kid to come over and help you with it. I'm just kidding, but that's really, really easy. Okay, let's get into a couple of your questions. Let's see. Someone asked, Fred asked, hey, I'm looking at contacts and I'm seeing source for the first time. I guess you add that. What does that mean? Allie, can you go over and show and go to contacts again? This is actually a really important one. So a lot of marketers, especially agencies that we talk to, want to work with their clients and know how to set the attribution where their leads come from. So where do we find this lead? And we're looking at contacts here. We have Allie and Alberto and Vincent. Where do they come from? How they interact with the bot? Well, go ahead, Allie, click on your name and go over to the attribute. Any access point that they interact with the bot, we collect in the source. So scroll down to the source attribute. There it is, that's promoter. All right, so any of those promoters, those lead magnets over on the left, you can label them and you name them. All right, and any lead that you get that comes in through that source, whether it be one of your ads that you do, or your website widget, or your Facebook page, or comment guard, or any of these other links that you can do to gather leads with your bot, it will save that in the source. And then, of course, you can create audiences from your source and export them as source, and you know exactly where those leads come. So that's a great question, and that's a very, very useful tool, I think, for marketers. So good one. This is from Bill, can we automatically import leads we gather into an autoresponder? So I think what Bill is asking here is that if you gather those emails like Allie did with that quick question, can we then take that email and export it out and send an email? And you can. You automate that very easily by making an audience. Again, audience with email attribute not equal to blank, so it would have an email and use a connection. Okay, our connection is a webhook. You can send it wherever you want, but a lot of folks do use Zapier. Zapier makes you happier. It's a great connection tool. If you send those in Zapier, you can send them out to any CRM that you want, including like an ESP like MailChimp. So if you clicked an email and you want to zap it out and put it into MailChimp to have emails as well as your chat blasts, which is a great way to hit them on all locations, then you do the through connection. So great one. Someone asked, Lorenzo asked, what's the random option in Q&A? That's a good one. That's actually easy. You want to demo that real quick, Ellie?
Yeah, so in Q&A, show you how to create this again. With new Q&A. So if I wanted to say something like, hello again, hit enter this time. I could have the bot reply with multiple things like, hello there, or hey, or how's it going? And what random does is when you set it to random, is it's going to, when someone says hello, it's going to randomly respond with one of these messages. So that's just a way to it's like kind of hitting shuffle. So it won't just say the same thing every single time someone says hello. It'll give them a little bit of a variety, and that is what random is for.
Great, thanks, Allie. We got another one here from Bill. It's not clear to me how many bots you can have enabled at the same time. I have several pages in groups. Can I have a separate or combined for each one? So the answer to that one, Bill, and this is actually very, very common, is, Allie, go over to the dashboard again. Typically for a Facebook page, and we show that with Vermont Custom and with Hannah's Jewelry, is that the bots are connected to an individual page. You should only have one bot connected to a page at a time. There are certain instances where you might have, for that particular page, like for Hannah's Jewelry, I might have a couple different bots, but I only activate one at a time. An example of that would be like around the holidays. Okay, so for e-commerce, you may have another bot that's an exact duplicate of your normal bot, but then has holiday promotions in it and things like that. And you just want to, on Black Friday or day, or Thanksgiving morning or whatever, hit activate on the new bot and have the new bot go out with your holiday promotions for the holiday season. And then on January 1st, deactivate it and put your old bot back on, but only one bot per page. The other part of the question is how many pages you can have. And Allie, once you navigate over to like the one of your other accounts there. Okay, this is one that we were showing. This is a whole bunch of pages. So if you're an admin of multiple pages, you simply add them in and they're all listed here. You can see the number of contacts in each one. Again, you can see the bot that's connected to it. You get some simple stats and you can connect pages. So Allie, click on connect. And again, it would show you any Facebook pages that you're an admin to that are not connected to MobileMonkey for bots yet, and you can connect them. So particularly for agencies, if you have a lot of bots, it's almost like your business manager or like an MCC or something like that, where you would have all of your pages in there, all of your clients, pages that you can edit. So hopefully that answered your question there, Bill. Somebody asked a good one here about sending blasts. So Sarah says, hey, we would like to send daily motivational messages to our clients through Messenger using MobileMonkey. Can we do that? The answer is of course, and actually maybe she asked us before we were doing the demo, but Allie, once you go over to your bot and navigate to the drip campaigns again, you do it through drips, okay? So if people opt in your bot, and just like we said, yes, I want promotional in our little example, if you said, hey, would you like to get a daily affirmation, or would you like to get our newsletter, or whatever information you want, if they opt into it, okay, then you can create a custom audience. So remember, we went down to custom audiences and we would select that as an attribute. So if they've said yes to daily messages, that's fine. And you make a drip campaign and you can send them. Now, you can't do a drip campaign that goes on forever. You might make it per week and have to, redo it every once in a while. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it, and this is really cool, is the RSS Blaster. Click on that real quick. Allie, this is sort of related to what you want to do, but if you have an RSS feed for your blog and you're sending out messages daily, like we have one for MobileMonkey, and I hope you guys are opted into it. We send out our blog through email. That's a traditional way to do it, but you can also set up your RSS feed really simple. All you do is go to RSS Blaster, give it a name, right? And then put in your feed. And that's a link right there. So mobilemonkey.com/feed, and then select your audience, people who have opted into it, and you can send out your blog messages, and it just sends them a nice link to that blog article every day. And that's fully automated just on your RSS feed. RSS Blaster is a really, really useful tool. If you're a blogger, I highly recommend that you use it. It's very, very cool. Okay, we're actually almost at the end of our time. We just have a couple minutes left. I have like two more questions, and then we'll run. One more. Can I clone a bot? Yeah, you can totally clone a bot. Allie, go back to our dashboard again. And cloning is actually very useful. So you go to Chatbots, and you're going to go to create a new bot. Okay, you're going to give it a name, and down below that, copy one of your existing bots. If you've made, and Ali went over this at the beginning, if you've made a bot, say for an example, you have a bunch of clients and they're all dentist offices. So, 80, 90% of the bot structure is the same. You just have to change a few things. You basically clone that bot by copying one that you currently did. Scroll down a little bit, right? You can hit go and clone it and then change what you want. So cloning is really popular. You can clone within one Facebook page. You can also clone across Facebook pages. So in the case where you had multiple dentist offices that are owned by different people and you're cloning those bots to different pages, that's how you would do that. Okay, last question. Actually, I'll do two more. Can I restrict bots to certain users? Good question. Allie, go back to the dashboard. We actually get this one a lot on users. So click on users. Again, users are different people that you invite. They might be people at your business that's collaborating. They also might be, if you're an agency, it might be your customers that you're doing. So when you add a user, you give them admin, which would be kind of God privileges or collaboration, where they can just edit, but they can't get into your billing, and things like that. Right now, when you add someone, as of today, anyone you add in will see your entire dashboard. They don't have to be an admin, of course, but they can see everything. In the next week, probably within a week, maybe two, if it gets stretched a little bit longer, you'll be able to just restrict those users to certain pages. And that, of course, is the ultimate goal, right? So if you invite a particular employee and you just want them to access just the bots that they're working on, and that's an update that's coming out very shortly. But thanks for that question. Last question is can I get a demo? Well, you just had a demo, but if you do one, you can actually request one through the website. We do have a phone number on the site. You can email us through the help docs. Allie, go back to the help docs there. You can contact us and email us there, folks. We do have account managers here who do work with agencies. So if you are an agency that needs support with a lot of clients and things like that, we're definitely here to help you. We can give you demos and talk to you about how you use this with your clients and so forth. But most of the materials you need should be self-service, and hopefully you can find out what you need from there and from the group. So thanks so much, everyone. Please join the Facebook group. Enjoy building your bots, and Allie and I will be available. If you email us, we'll get right back to you. If you go to the bot, Allie will be on there answering questions if you want to jump on and work on your bot this afternoon. Thanks again so much, and thanks for being a part of MobileMonkey. Have a great day.